Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And today is another Scrap Busters, and that is a weekly challenge I have here on my channel to encourage you to use up your scraps and not to throw away all of those scraps. This project is going to use up a couple of bigger scraps if you have that. So I have some cutoffs here, and then I have my handy dandy scrapbook bowl over here too to make the little pockets. But this is a 3-pocket journaling spot, and it's made out of a bigger piece of cutoff here. Then I used my little scraps to make my pockets. Got some tags in those pockets. You open it up and you have an accordion or fold out journaling spot here, just from some copy paper that I have dyed. And it's folded up in there. I covered the inside with book page. If you wanted to just cover it with a with some more of this kind of paper or any kind of, you know, so that you could journal on it. Whatever you want to do. I just did a book page on the inside of mine. And you can make them as tall as your page, or you can make them where they open up on the right side, come out this way. Whatever way you want to do it. And mine is not as tall as my page here in my idea journal, but I'm good with that. Doesn't matter. I have 2 cutoffs here that I'm going to be using today, and these are 5 inches wide. So if you want to go along with me, 5 inches wide, and I'm probably going to cut this part off so I can use that love on something else. That would be a beautiful little pocket in a journal. I think I'm going to do that. So I will just need, this is a 12-inch cutoff, so I'll just need, you know, up to here on that one. So I'm good with that. So 5 inches wide if you want to journal along with me or create along with me. And we'll be making these 3-pocket accordion journaling spots. Okay, I'm cutting mine just under 8.5 inches. So just shy of 8.5 inches. And look at that. Wouldn't that put a little notch there and distress that? Beautiful little pocket just from some scrapbook paper. So that's going in my scrap pile over there. So 8.5, or just shy of 8.5 tall by 5 inches wide. And I'm just going to fold these in half. You can use your scoreboard if you want to. Just fold them in half. Now mine are cardstock, so they're going to work better if they are cardstock. Get your bone folder and really crease that down. Okay, and then do the same to this one. We'll make 2 at a time. How about that? Now, I intentionally did, I'm working with some cardstock that does not have a design on the other side so that we can cover those. One I'm going to cover probably with a book page, and then the other I'll just cover with some other kind of paper, pattern paper or something. Let's do maybe, what about this? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that even more. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, this was some book page that I had food color dyed, and I really like that. So let's go ahead and get that in there and get this drying before we add in the rest of our stuff on the inside. Get my glue to work and just add that where you want it, and then turn it over and line it up, and you've got your inside covered if you're working with one-sided cardstock like I am. Rub that all down and let that dry for a few minutes before we start cutting around it with our sticky scissors. And now let's figure out what we want to put on the inside of this one. Let's do, oh, I love this. I have been hoarding this paper. This was special dyed, coffee dyed, by someone. They sent it to me. I'm sorry I forgot who it was that sent it to me. I have been hoarding that. I have a few other pieces too, but I think I'm going to use that on the inside here. And really get enough glue. My Sugar Bell bottle has decided to get a clog. So I'm going to have to work on that in between videos, y'all. Alright, beautiful paper going down on it. I'm going to move it over to the edge and really mush that down. Okay, we can start cutting on our first one here. And get all this excess book page off. Okay, book page is off of that one. I'm going to use my book page. The excess book page, yes, is off of this one. And I'm going to put my walnut stain all around there, all around the edges before I start putting stuff inside. Okay, this side will be the one that is seen because I want to put my paper on that side. And then, let's see here. Yeah, I want, let's see, I don't know. I like that one too. No, I like the honeycomb on this side, so I'm going to have two that's going to go on left pages. You can make them that go on right pages. I just like how they look going on the left page. So, and if you think about it, when you are decorating your journals, sometimes you don't have a lot of stuff that, or maybe it's just me. I don't have a lot of stuff that goes on the left page. Like when I'm opening up my journals, most all of my stuff is on the right page. But then like this one would be made for the left page, and this little circle I put on a left page. So anyway, that's just my thoughts. I'm putting mine on left pages. I'm going to get my messy rag. And get all that excess glue off of that one, and go ahead and start cutting this beautiful dyed paper off of this base. And then I was cutting this off and it was not completely dry, so it decided to tear some. So I'm just going to really dirty up that corner, which we're going to have journaling paper on that anyway, so that will be good. It'll cover up that corner. Just walnut staining all around on the inside. And then I have plenty of this to still use in my scrap pile, so I'm good with that. Let's refold these. And if you wanted to round your corners, you could. Let's round one of these. I'll leave the other one straight. I think I'm going to round this one and see if I can do both at the same time. I can't because my cardstock is thick. So let's just do one corner at a time. There we go. And then when we put our paper inside of this, we'll have to round the corners of that paper before we put it in there too. Now, to add the paper on the inside, I'm going to get two full sheets of dyed paper. Here are my dyed papers that are going to go on the insides of these. Let me open this up so you can see the prototype. I'm going to get my scoreboard out, move some of this stuff over, and if we wanted to add a tab, that would be very cute. Adding a tab to this back side and it being on the page. I like that idea too. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our stylus, your scoring tool, and your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 2 1/4. I'm doing both of my sheets at the same time. So 2 1/4, and then you're going to fold up. Okay, and then you're going to put that fold on your scoreboard like this and go for 2 1/4 again. Okay, fold up again, put that fold up against the scoreboard and go for 2 1/4 again, all the way until you get to the end, and you want that last fold to be shorter than all of these. So you're getting 2 1/4 4 times. 2 1/4 is what I'm talking about. 2 1/4 inches. All right, and then go for 2 1/4 one more time. So we went for it 4 times here, and that one wanted to wrinkle up on me. There we go. And then you're going to fold that over. Okay. So then you're done with your scoreboard. You can put it down. Then you're going to figure out which way you need to go. You're going to have to go fan fold or zigzag fold. So go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until you have your paper accordion style like this. Okay? And your smaller flap is going to go on top. And you're going to put the other inside like this. Make sure that it is not overlapping here. So if you have measured this correctly, 5 inches wide, it's not going to. You're going to glue down this back piece whichever way you want the paper to go. So I want the paper to come out this way. So if I put this in like this, the way I've got it folded, it's going to go that way. So you've got to turn your paper whichever way you want it to fold out. So if that's glued down there, it's going to fold out this way, and that's the way I want it. So I'm going to get my glue and cover this back piece of my dyed paper. And I'm going to make sure to put my pen down in the top of my glue bottle so it doesn't get another clog in it in between using. Okay, and I'm going to pull it all the way out to the edge this way, just so I'm sure that it's not on that fold, and it is not. So then I'm going to open this up and make sure it doesn't need to be moved anyway. It's fine, just like that. And we fold it up. We've got a little bit showing up there. I'm good with that. I don't care. Don't matter to me. Okay, so there is that one with its journal fold out in it already. And then if you have some cardstock that is not as thick as mine, you're not going to have a problem with it Pac-Man mouthing like this one is. This, so you hear that? That's some hard cardstock. This was some of that Tim Holtz wallpaper stuff, and it's not as thick, so see, it doesn't have that big of a problem with the Pac-Man mouth. Now I need to figure out which way I want this to go, and I think it's going to be just like this. I put it in there, and then this is glued down. Yes, that's the right way for me. And I have my rounded corners, so I need to round these corners. And then I'll probably go ahead and round this corner right here too. Put that in there. Get those rounded. Round this one. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. I like the rounded look. Good job, Melina. Okay. and then get glue all over the back of this one. Okay, and line that up on here, just like that. Then fold down, fold down, and fold down, and make sure, oh yeah, we're good. Okay, so there is that flip out there. Pretty. Okay, now for your stacked pockets on the outside. Now you can do whatever kind of pockets you want. I just did like a 3-tier stacked pocket on mine. So we've got a tag in each one of the pockets, and I have done a little bit of stamping on each one, and then I put a little die cut there. So I've got some stamping, then off stamping around there, and then just put in your tags or tickets or whatever you want to put in your pockets. I love these. Okay, I think I will use the offcut from that one on this one as one of my pockets. And then I'm just getting paper and stuff from my little scrap bowl to make my pockets out of. I don't want to use paper because it's too thin, and anything that you put inside of those pockets will probably rip the pocket. So you want to use a cardstock weight for your pockets. I had this little tab left over from a printable or a digital down in my scrap bowl, so I think I'm going to use that on that one probably, and put me a little tab on the back side of that one. And then I've got these papers out for my pockets. So I like that on there, even though it's not the exact same color. I don't care. I'm going to do pink on the inside. This one will probably be the bottom one. So you just need to kind of figure out where you want to cut these pockets. I made this one just a little taller maybe than the ones back behind it, but you just kind of make yourself a little mark. And they need to be 2.5 inches wide, since these are 5 inches wide this way, or just a little bit under, you know, 2.5 inches wide for the front of your journal spot. So there is my mark, and there is my mark, and let's do this one. Make it short. It's going to go on the back side there and there. So then I'm going to get out my trimmer and cut my pockets. And I'm smart. I've used blue ink so that I can actually see where my cut lines are. I really need to get the Lysol or something a hold of this mat. It's getting sticky. Well, not really sticky. It's just like when I try to move stuff, it wants to stay there because it's had adhesive on it over and over and over again. Okay, and then this one. This was one of those leftover Project Life cards. Okay, and I think I will round the corner of that top one. We'll just have to see about the rest if we want to do that. And then we've got to cut the pockets for this other one. See, if I was making just one of these, this would go a lot quicker, but I wanted to show y'all how easy these were. Okay, I really love that, and I might use that on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. Get our pin back, and we're going to trim here and here. So there's my 2 marks, and then we're going to trim. We can do this one short. It will be on the back side, that there and here. And then this one will go in the middle. I don't need to trim off any of the height. We'll just trim it there. So 3 pockets for the other one. There is 1 and 2. And then for the bottom one, 3. Oh, I did it a little shorter than I wanted to. Oh well. It'd be alright. Okay, so it will line up. I'll ink that too so we won't see that. It will line up something like this for our 3 pockets on that one. We can move them up wherever we want to also. And then this one, the pink is going to go in the middle, and then like that, and like this. Oh, I like that, especially when we get that walnut stain ink on that pink. It's going to be fine, just like that. Pretty. All right, let's go ahead and ink all of our little pockets, and we're also going to ink our base. Okay, I'm only going to need one side of this, because if we try to put the tab on like this, we should have put the tab on before we put in our paper. See, then we won't be able to pull out our paper all the way, so I'm just going to use one side of that. Well, maybe I'll just glue this together so it'll be a little sturdy, and then put that tab on the back side there. Let's do this. Have us a little tab on this one. Like that. That's cute. And let that dry. We can work on this one. Let's go ahead. Yep. And round our corners on these. And make sure they're the right way. I need to round this front side at the bottom and the top like that, so when we put it on, see, okay, so you can glue these like this if you want to. You can kind of just put dot, 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 dot and glue them, but they hold more if you just glue the backs and not anything on the front. They kind of slide, stuff slides down in there a little bit better. So let's do, I want the butterfly to show, so that's going to help me with my pocket placement, just like that. So I'm just barely going to cover up the bottom of the butterfly wings. So I'm going to go along the sides and then bottom. Like that. And then line up the pink one along the bottom of that one. Like that. I almost got that pink one too narrow. Okay, and then the bottom of this one, like that. There goes my Instapot beeping at me, telling me that my pork roast is probably finished. Okay, so there's that one, and we're going to let that dry. We don't want to put anything in there as far as tags or anything until all of that glue is dry. We can decorate the outside if we want to, though. This one's cute with a tab on there. I like that. So this is going to be our front, our craft one in the middle, and then this ledger one is going to be on the back. And let's kind of spread these out some. We got those really short on the bottom. Those are kind of spread out almost to middle. So let's spread these out too. I want that to go that way. Yeah, like that. Almost, yeah, over middle. So this one is going to go right at the bottom of that leaf right there. Easy enough to line up. Right there for the first pocket, and then second pocket will go on top of that one, but just barely. Okay, and then last pocket will go on top of that one. All the way to the bottom of our base. And look at there, I almost cut that craft one too short too, or too narrow. But if you have that issue, just go along and ink the edges really good. It'll cover most of it up, no worries. You can do the same thing over here. Ink up those edges good. And then I'm going to leave that one as is. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on this one, but I am going to get me a bird or a butterfly or something to go on the outside of this one. Now it's got a butterfly there, so probably a butterfly would look good on the pocket there, Leaner. Let's do, oh, look at that pink one. It's like calling out to us. Yes. Use me, use me. Let's do a little bit of lace or something back behind that. Just a little corner piece maybe. Let's do it out this way and put that on there. Oh yeah, got a little extra something something on that one. Put that lace on right there. And then just use the same glue since I got it out. I like that. Pretty. And you could decorate up here too if you wanted to. Let's get our stamp out that we used on the other one. It's just a postage, canceled postage kind of stamp. A lot of junk journalers have those. Oh, we got somebody revving their engine going down the road. Yay. Country living. Okay. A little bit of stamping on that one. I don't think I'm going to stamp on this one. I like it as is. I like the kind of shabby chic feel of that one. Now let's see if we've got enough tags to put in all of our pockets. Oh, I doubt it very seriously. These are going to be, since I rounded the corners, the glue got a little further in, so those are not going to be too thick, too wide to go in those. So I'll have to make some more to put in those. And this one is tight, and this one, so a little tight, little tight. I might have to trim that off a little bit. Yep. Let's trim them babies. How about, Melina, we don't trim those and use those in something else? And we can put some ephemera in these. How about that, Melina? That works. We could put some thinner ephemera in these pockets. So there's one filled up. And those Cara Brandon little doolollies come in very handy. I love that. That's not big enough. How about this piece? Pretty. Too thick. Ooh, how about this one? Oh, very pretty. Oh, I like that too. We could put two little pieces down in there on that one. Sure enough. Oh, it's got a pink butterfly on it too. Love those. Those are Cara Brandon's in her Etsy shop. It's a digital, and it is called Collage Clusters, I do believe. Anyway, look how cute these turned out, y'all. Alright, let's get to a page where I don't have to... There we go. So they would go on the side of your page there. Got your pockets on the outside. And your journal space, your journal spot on the inside that flips out. There is another, pockets on the outside. Little tabby right there. Very cute. I love the tab. And then your journal space on the inside. Okay, I love these. Let me know if you make some 3-pocket accordion journal spots from your scraps. I want to see them. You can message me with your creations where I can find it, or you can tag me with the hashtag MScrapbusters or Melina Pylant or Me Crafty Scrapper, and I will look up those. I try to look up those hashtags every week and go and find where they are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and leave you some love. So y'all have a great day. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.